Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Previously I had done an episode on how to start up conversations with a girl. Today I'm also doing an episode on how to start up conversations with a boy. You know, around here we need to create balance, and it's very important and crucial that we have these conversations so that we know how to talk. Very important. Communication remains key. Imagine a life without proper communication. Sucks. All right, so I'm just going to dive right into it, right? You're out there, you're a girl. Yeah, perhaps you have the heart for some guy and you're trying to talk to him. Listen, first of all, this is 2021. Gone are those days where, as ladies, you feel you like a guy and then you're just going to sit there and then you're drooling and you're killing yourself. You're dying inside, but you cannot air your mind. Please, don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Emphasis on KEE, yourself. Don't do that. Bear your mind. Say what's on your chest. Bring it out there. What's the worst that can happen? They will turn you down. You won't be the first person who has been rejected. The truth is, you said the truth, and the truth will set you free. So if you're out there listening to me and you're a lady and you're feeling some guy, you want to start a conversation with him, it's always a good way to know how far, if this person too is feeling you. Start a conversation, because if you never try, how are you ever going to know? Okay, so number one is very simple. Just ask him what his name is. This is like the ABC of how to start a conversation with anybody. But for a girl, the first thing you want to do, just ask him, hey, what's your name? Very simple. Any guy that's into you, once you ask him after his name, because most of the time he might just be aloof and in a world of his own, but once you ask him what his name is, he's not just going to tell you Peter or John or Paul or Crystal. No. Something will lead to another thing, and then a conversation will ensue. If it doesn't ensue, that means this guy is most likely not really feeling you. You might just want to, move to the left or take a step back and on to the next, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but it's always good to start with, hey, what's your name? By the time he says this is his name, you also tell him what your name is with a smile on your face. Try and be warm with your smile, and you just proceed, and it goes on and on. Number two, you could just simply ask him, hey, are you single? That's pretty direct, right? I know. But again, like I say, life is too short to waste time. Just go straight to the point. Nobody really cares. I mean, the guy might be taking abrupt, like, whoa, okay, did she just ask me if I'm single? But then trust me, that is going to instigate a lot of thoughts and ideas and emotions in his brain. And he would want to be like, okay, this lady is something. She is so confident and really bold. I mean, it's a boldness for me. Somebody else meets me and like, first thing is like, hey, what's your name? Next thing, are you single? And then imagine if he's like, oh, no, I'm not single. That's your opportunity. Shoot your shots. People have been shooting their shots these days in the DMs. Though. You see a picture of, hey, I shot my shots today. 1 year later, there's a ring on it. Some of you ladies just might have been missing your rings because you feel you're too ladylike to shoot your shots. Please, by all means, shoot that shot. One of two things will happen. Either it will get the target or it won't get the target. If it doesn't get the target, you move on to the next and you've saved time for yourself. Remember, life is short. Number three, ask him about his interests. Most guys have a lot of interests, a lot of things. Because there's also a lot of confusion, but generally speaking, guys have a lot of interests, things that, really make their clocks tick and stuff like that. There's hardly any guy who has a regular 9 to 5 and then he's just okay with it. Like that's just like everything he does. Hardly. So ask about his other interests other than work, other than school. What other things, make him excited? What other things make him happy? Like I always would say, people love to talk about stuff they love. Once you say something, to say that or ask that, to spark some interest in him, and he'll just keep going on and on. And one question could always lead to many others. Number four, ask him about his job. Now, ask him about his job, but don't ask him in such a way where it may seem as though you're not genuine one, or you're trying to get information as per his status, like trying to check out what his bank balance might be. Because there's a way you might ask about somebody's job and then, it might look as if you're just trying to dig information to know whether or not this is somebody you could flow with. No. A lot of times, if you're unauthentic, it shows. So you want to try as much as possible to be authentic with this person you're asking questions about. Let it come from a place that's genuine. Let it come from a place that's pure. Let it come from a place of pure interest. Pure interest being one of the key words there. Let this person you're conversing with know that you actually mean what it is you're saying, and you're not just trying to dig to get information to know about his background or, the amount of money he has in his account. Number 5, you can never go wrong with this one. Talk about food. Hey, a lot of guys like to eat. I say like they like food. I'm an exception to that, Sha. But talk about food. It will spark their interest. Ask him what his favorite meal is. If it's something you are really, really into, you could even offer to make a meal for him or something, just to make you get closer to him and then keep the conversation going, particularly if it's somebody you like. And so ask about his favorite food. Trust me, you would never go wrong with that one, because the list will go on and on and on. You could even ask him if he's a good cook, whether he likes to cook, whether he can cook, whether he cooks. There's a lot of topics that could evolve around food, you get. So that's always a good place to start. Number 6, complimenting his dress sense. When the guy prepares and he bounces, and then you want to like take a step or two towards him, and you're like, I like the way you look, or I like the way you appear, or I like the way you smell. It's always something that will give, cause him to have a little, like a smirk, like a smile, like a little schoolboy. You get what I mean? So guys love to hear those kind of stuff. Guys like to be complimented too, unbeknownst to you. Guys like to be complimented. So talk about his dress sense, ask him about what he's using. Don't try to impose labels on him. Let it come from a place that's very genuine, because you actually like what he's wearing. It's about how he put it together, and not about how much, his outfit is. Number 7, and the final one for today. Ask the guy about his friends. Now, you want to be careful when you're asking about someone's friends, if you get what I mean. You don't want to come as though you're trying to get information about his friends from him. It might also come off as though he's not the one you have interest in, but his friends. So when you ask about his friends, ask about his friends on a level of generality, just because you're trying to know more about his personality, because birds of the same feather typically flock together. So if he tells you about his friends, there's a likelihood that the lots of traits or personalities that they show, he also possesses those traits and has the same type of personality, because they are friends, and that makes them compatible, pretty much compatible. Okay, so you want to be very careful with that, because even though it's a good conversation starter, and even though it's something that can make a conversation ensue, it's also a very delicate topic that might also cause some sort of constraint or restraint if it's not handled particularly well. All right, so be very careful about that one. All right, guys, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies, for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If it meant anything to you and you liked it, please just drop a comment or two in the comment section. Feel free to also like and share this video. Let other people know about this and what we do. My name is Crystal, and I'm your host. Remember, it's a beautiful day today, so make somebody smile, because it doesn't cost you anything. I love you for watching.